Hey guys, I'm Katie. I'm 44 and I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with myself. Yep, no clue. It's after 10 a.m. and I want to get up. I never have this much problem getting up. I'm so lazy because it's day one. If it wasn't day one, I wouldn't be so lazy. Junk isn't helping. Okay, I'm getting up. Walk complete. Not for Frank, but for me. So in 2021, I started intermittent fasting. And I was like 260 pounds. I was like a size 20. I was miserable. I felt like crap. I never wanted to get up off the couch. I had like my rot spot. You know the rot spot. It's the spot. It's your nest. Maybe it's in your bed, maybe it's on the couch. I don't know where it is for you, but it's where you have all your cups and your remote and the blankets and the journal or the phone and the whatever comfort items that you have that make it so you don't have to get up and move around and live. So anyway, in 2021, I started intermittent fasting because I had done like everything, you know. By the time you hit your 40s, you've done all of it. So I started intermittent fasting and I went from a 20 to an 18 pretty quick. And then I stopped, and so I had to do more. And then I lost more, and then I stopped. And I got stuck at like 220 for a really long time. And especially in the fall. I really lose track in the fall. And I didn't want to do that this year. And so I told myself I was going to hammer down and keep going and not give up. And so I dug out a journal from last year, and I realized I wrote down almost the exact same words as last year. I was like, I think I could lose five inches off my waist by the end of the year if I really worked hard. And I could fit into my size 8 jeans. 2 years ago, I bought a pair of Levi's size 8 jeans because I was just sure I was going to get into them. And I didn't. I got a lot closer this year. I can wear them. They're not attractive. But I was just so frustrated that I literally said almost the exact same words in my notebook that I said last year. So I told myself I really, really had to stay focused this year. No screwing around. I'm not going to be in the same place or backwards at the end of this year. And so I was just watching lots of like self-improvement stuff when I would go on my walks in the evenings. And I was watching this little channel that had popped up. And she was talking about the winter arc. And I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. That's what I want to do. So I watched her video and I wrote down all the rules. And I told myself I was going to do it. And then I was like, I'm not going to stick to this. I know myself, I'm not going to stick to this. I want to stick to this. I want to stick to this so bad. I want to get out of this doom loop and be a different person by the end of this. But it's probably not going to happen. And so I was like, well, you know what? I started a channel like 5 years ago when I had motivation for 5 minutes and I never deleted it. So like, let's just go there and will post ugly videos every day for accountability. And so that is why I am here, to post my ugly accountability videos every day. I know, like, the winter arc for guys is like a very, I don't know, from what I've seen, it looks like some real Chad type content. The women seems to be a little bit more chill, a little more introspective, and just trying to be better. And so I think that was why I liked the one video that I saw. Her channel is ADITIXC, ADITIXC. And she was just so sweet. She almost has 1,000 subscribers. So if you see this, go find her channel and go subscribe and just get her there. She's really close and she's adorable. So anyway, she gave a bunch of basic rules. I think the rules are a lot different for a lot of different people. So I liked her rules, so I wrote down her rules, and we will just go over it really quick. Yeah, so I wrote everything down in my notebook because I am like the queen of having 5 notebooks in progress at all times. I just have one right now, though. I tried to consolidate everything and just have one. So there's a million notebooks floating around my house, half written in, but this is my guy right now. Q4 2024. I'm trying to track everything and not be a hot mess and try to not be on the struggle bus. So anyway, her rules. Rule number 1, know your why. My why is I have to get out of this doom loop. I can't just keep reliving. It's like Groundhog's Day, except it's a whole friggin' season of just wanting to do better and then not doing better because this analysis paralysis and the self-worth garbage and just woman in your 40s crap. If you're not a woman in your 40s, you probably don't understand it quite yet, but just imagine knowing that you're not living up to your full potential, being exhausted from children and husbands and life and schedules for 20 some odd years. And you've probably been trying to lose weight since you were a teenager. So I've been doing that for almost 30 years at this point, and I would like to not do that anymore. I would like to just get there. So yeah, my why is just to break this curse, I guess, and just stop living in this doom loop. Okay, that was rule number 1. Number 2 is write down the rules for myself, which I have done, but I will go through the rest of this and then we'll go back to it. So write down my rules for myself. 3, read the rules every single day. So when I'm done with this video, I will write them all down and I'm going to stick them to my bedroom mirror and I'm just going to look at them every day. And I should probably set an alarm so I actually look at it, where you don't just where you take it in and not just see it there and it's just part of the background. You know what I mean? Track my progress. Number 4, track your progress. I am like the queen of making charts. We had to take a drafting class in middle school as part of woodshop, and I got addicted to it, and now I just make my own calendars and planners and things all the time that I use for a week and a half, and then I forget about them, and then it loses its magic, so I have to go buy a new notebook and start over. Anybody else have that problem? I have that problem. Do you have that problem? I hope I'm not the only one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get off social media. I'm not on it a ton, but I do get stuck watching reels on Facebook, which is not helpful. So I will be setting a timer on my phone so it automatically shuts it off. And then probably putting it back on nighttime mode because I am on it much less when it goes black and white at like 10 o'clock at night. So I will be turning that back on. 6, find a hobby. That's a struggle because the aforementioned self-worth issues. But I think I want to try get back to drawing. I was actually an art major for my first 2 years of school, and I struggled with it the whole time because I was just forever comparing myself to people. That's going to be very difficult with, like I said, debilitating self-worth issues. You know what I'm talking about, especially if you were one of the talented and gifted kids in elementary school, then you know what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have boundaries with others in my time. I've really worked hard on boundaries with people. I was so proud of myself. There was a woman that I used to be friends with, and she got mad at me, and she stopped talking to me like 3 years ago. Her kid was being, it's so sad. Her kid was just being an absolute asshole to her, and I was like, dude, you don't talk to your mom that way. And she was like, yeah, she didn't want to be my friend after that. And so she texted me the other day and was asking me all these questions and said, I really miss our friendship. And I was like, no. And I really wanted to say yes. I really wanted to be like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go get coffee. And I was like, no. Nope. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better with boundaries. Time boundaries, I suck at because I will scroll for 8 hours. And that's not healthy. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to probably tell my husband anytime he catches me on the phone to tell me to get on the phone. And I will. And he's such a champ because he knows that I will get mad at him, but he knows that it's, the greater good. And so he will remind me because he's the best, even when he is the worst. And the last one, who do I want to be at the end of this? I don't know. I just want to be better. I just want to be out of the doom loop, and whoever I am at the end of that is cool, I guess. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I think it's that 40s mom thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking? Like, I just want to be something else. Do you guys know what I mean? Anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's all of the things, but what are the rules for myself? Okay, I wrote down rules for myself. And she suggested having 2 nutrition goals, 2 health goals, 2 mental health goals, 2 social restrictions, and a hobby for myself. So my nutrition goals are, number 1, no snacking. I was a teen in the 90s, and they were so terrified of heroin chic and EDs that they just told us that not eating was an ED and that we should just be snacking all the time. And that made me put on an exponential amount of weight. And so I am here to try to break that habit. No snacking. If it's delicious and I want it, I have to have it with a meal because I can't have it midday. And stick to my fasting schedule. I have had the best health outcomes with fasting, especially when I can get into like the 36-hour fasts. I know it's controversial for a lot of people. I find I feel much, much better. And a lot of the health problems that I was having when I was 260 pounds have gone away. Like, just absolutely gone. Knee pain, gone. Constant need to pee at night, all night, every night, gone. So much less mental fog. Like, I'm just in such a better place. But 36 hours is a long time, and it's hard to stick to, especially when people want to go do fun stuff, especially like in pumpkin spice latte season and Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're going into all the holidays, and it's sugar season, and all of the delicious things will be there, and all of the opportunities to go and have hot chocolates and have fun and eat sweet things are there, and I want it. It's delicious, it's fun, but I'm ready to be somebody else. So stick to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just water. I know, controversial, but it makes me feel really good. And if you are curious about it, I would suggest going to YouTube and looking up Dr. Jason Fung and Dr. Mindy Pelz. They both have books and many, many videos. And if you want to go down that rabbit hole for your health, especially if you have autoimmune issues, my autoimmune issues are so much less. I healed an autoimmune disease several years ago with the help of a natural doctor and lots of fasting. So if you feel like crap and you don't want to feel like crap, you don't have to feel like crap. Fire your doctor and find a different one. Health goals, 2 health goals. One, I bought a rebounder or a mini trampoline many years ago, and I use it intermittently, and I want to use it every day. I've heard it's great for lots of things, your lymphatic system, and even just your skin. Apparently they make you look younger, so let's bust out that bad boy and start using it every day. Number 2 is to walk or ride my exercise bike every day. The weather's been really nice, so it's been very easy to get out and go walk after supper every evening, and I've built up a fairly decent habit of that in the last month. Obviously it's going to get cold. We have winter where I live, and I'm not going to be able to keep that up, but I did buy a cheap walking pad late this summer, so I can bust that out and use that. Or I have my, again, cheap exercise bike that I got off Amazon. I don't think either one of them were more than like $150. So I'm going to use those every day with no exception. I can do this. Mental health, 2 mental health goals. Double breathing every day. Double breathing, also known as the physiological sigh, is where you do 2 inhales and an exhale. It helps reduce your cortisol levels. I am really prone to anxiety. I choose not to take medication for it because it just makes me feel worse in other ways, and it's not worth it to me. So my double breaths every day before bed and any other time I need it. It's very easy exercise to do, but it's also, because it's so easy to do, it's so easy not to do. So it's on my list to make sure I do it every day. And number 2, cleaning my house for an hour every day, because clutter, again, makes me crazy and shoots my anxiety through the roof. And so a clean house just makes me feel much calmer. And it makes everybody else in the house happy too. So, and it's just good for you all the way around. So double breathing, cleaning my house every day. 2 social media restrictions, setting limits on my phone. So I'll be setting timers so I can't be on any, not that I'm on that much. Thank God I never got in a TikTok habit, but I will be putting an hour limit on my Facebook and maybe 30 minutes on my Instagram. I am not on Instagram all that much, but I started a little Halloween brand with my sister a long time ago, and we've been trying to do it more. So I'm actually trying to be on Instagram, and it's kind of hard. Whatever that means. And then setting bedtime mode on my phone for 10:30. It makes everything go black and white, and you don't get notifications. And it's hard to look at bright, pretty things when they're in black and white. It gets boring really fast. So it's, if you want to break your habit of doom scrolling at night, put it in night mode so it's in black and white, and you'll put it up pretty quick. And then my hobby is to practice drawing. This is the one I am obviously the most afraid of. I think I will go on YouTube and see if I can find some channels about beginner drawing and just kind of start from the beginning and see where I get. So yeah, that's what I got. Today is day 1. I got up. I slept in so late. Oh, I slept in so late. But I did get up. I went for a walk. I had a high protein breakfast. I had my Cheater Starbucks, that is protein coffee with an extra scoop of collagen to get extra protein in it, and maybe collagen supplements work like they say. I don't know, but that's not going to hurt anything, right? So yeah, so now I just have to do all of my other things that I said that I will do, and I will do them. And then I will check in tomorrow and let you guys know what I did and how I'm doing. And day 1 of 90. Let's do this.